Okay, dear all, welcome. So today we are going to do a numerical under salaries. That is, this is in one of the 2016 papers. Taxable income under the head salary of Mr. Z. Assessment year is given salary 4,000 per month, and this is the figure. Entertainment allowance bonus DA. DA is not taken for retirement benefits. Then we are given with the employer's contribution to provident fund, and it is recognized provident fund. Education allowance for one child is given, lunch allowance, rent free for the unfurnished quarters, and it is valued. Valued means value निकाल के ही दी हुई है. We are not supposed to do anything. ऐसे ही ले लेनी है. Then medical expenses met by the employer are given to us. Then reimbursement of hotel bills, and but it was necessary for duty. Duty के लिए hotel bills हैं तो exempt ही होंगे, नहीं लेना. देन एम्प्लॉई की अपनी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन है प्रोविडेंट फंड के लिए, एंड दिस विल गो टू ATC, and then the premium is paid on Mrs. Z life policy. This will go under section 80C. And purchase of books necessary for duty, अलग से डिडक्शन नहीं मिलनी, स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन ही मिलेगी. And then share of HUF is given 50,000, and this is exempt under section 10(2). So this is the question and which we are going to solve. So from here we take it, we start with our question. So computation of salary, income under the head salary of Mr. Z for the assessment year. I've started writing basic salary 4,000 into 1248. Dearness allowance was there as here is the figure, that is 2,000, but it is not for retirement benefit, तो DA पहले लेंगे, बाद में entertainment और bonus भी लिख लेते हैं. So I write down DA 2,000, and then the entertainment allowance. Entertainment allowance is 5,000, and then we are having the bonus also. Bonus is 10,000. Then education allowance for child. So it is children education allowance. क्योंकि इस पे हम लोगों को calculation करनी पड़ेगी, तो I write down working note 1 and I leave it for the time being. Then we are given with the lunch allowance in the question. Lunch allowance fully taxable, so we take it under 7,200. Just see, I have taken the first point, then second, third, fourth, and then this contribution to recognized provident fund of the employer part, this is left, so I'll be writing it now. Education allowance I have written, then lunch allowance is done. So I start with now this part, that is employer contribution. Sequence doesn't matter so far if the question you are solving is in the correct, giving you the correct answer. So employer contribution to recognize provident fund, I will write working note 2, because here they have given the 4,000 figure, but I know that it is exempt up to 12% of salary, and salary here will be only basic part. Why? Because bonus, this DA is not entering into retirement benefit, and question doesn't tell anything about the commission based on turnover, so वो भी नहीं है. So we are going to take only this, but I'll be preferring that we solve it in the working note. So how we are going to do, let us do this. The question further, that we had rent-free accommodation, and the value of that was given to us, that is the 6,000. So value is already given, and then we have medical expenses which are met by the employer. Now these medical expenses met by the employer are 6,600. We will be taking it over here. Medical expenses met by employer. Now for which category we don't know, and now we are going to write it like this. Medical expenditure is going to be taxable. Why it is going to be taxable, I'll show you the chart in the book, that why we are taking it under the taxable part. Earlier they were exempted up to 15,000. The expenditure, the medical reimbursement of expenditure which was given for the treatment of employee or the member of his family, but now this thing is omitted. So omitting means that we are going to put it under the taxable part only. So I can show you from the book this line. I hope it's clear. So now it is omitted with effect from 1920. So that's it. Okay, so I continue with the question. Next we have, after we have done the this employee contribution, I'll write a note ATC. This I will also write down ATC, and this I will be giving deduction under section 16(1). This is again a form of note only. So just let's us check salaries, entertainment done, bonus, this employer contribution to provident fund written, education, lunch, this all we have done. You need to do the cross checking again that whether you have taken all the expenses or not. Something is left out. Yes, just see, I didn't write about the reimbursement of hotel bills necessary for duty. So this reimbursement of hotel bill, these are exempted. Of hotel bill, this amount is exempt. Why? Because it was for this was for official duty only, so no need to write anything. So this is for official. So now we need to go for the working notes. One I had to write about the children education allowance and another for this. So let us prepare a working note. Firstly, the children education allowance, working note 1. So what is the taxable part of it? How to calculate? It is received minus exempted. So how much is received? Received is for one child. You have to mention it like this. Because had it been 2 children, then correspondingly we have to write that amount. So you have received for one child is 2700, and exempted for one child is how much? Under section 10(14)(2), children education allowance is exempted up to 100 per month per child. So 100 into 12. So it is 1200 is exempted. So we get the taxable figure. So this is the taxable part. So I will be writing this figure in over here. That is children education allowance. The figure I got is 1500. Now the next part I have to calculate employer contribution to recognized provident fund. So employer contribution, this is the working note 2. So employers contribution to recognized provident fund, please you do write in full again. How much is the contribution? You will be writing the contribution, and if it is a certain percentage we write that, and if it is amount then we write that. So here the contribution is given, the employer contribution is 4000. The question says the employer contribution to recognized provident fund is 4000 and less. It is exempted up to how much? Exempted because it is recognized. Recognized was exempted up to 12% of salary. So if I want to have a working note over here, so what does 12% of salary mean? Salary means BP, DPC, but only BP is given, no DP and no commission. So how much is the basic? Basic is 48,000. So I calculate 48,000 into 12%. So how much I get? I get 5,760. Now just see. I repeat. I calculated this amount of the basic salary, that is 48,000. And then the figure was 5760, and contribution is less, but it is exempted is more. So over here I will be writing down nil. So taxable is nil. So taxable is I will be putting it up in the chart. So the taxable is nil. So now what we want to do is we just want to do the addition part. So we will be adding up the figures, and then we have gross salary, and from gross salary deduction is to be given under section 16. So under section 16(1) standard deduction, it is standard deduction is up to ₹40,000, और वो जो हमने बुक्स खरीदी थी ड्यूटी के लिए, that is not going to be given a separate deduction, वो इसी में included समझो कि मिल गई. So we do the totals. Let us do that side by side. It is 48,000 plus 2,000 and 5,000 is 7,000. Then I add 10,000, then 1,500, then 7,200, then 6,000, 6,000, then I add 600, and this is the figure which we get, that is 80,300. So this is the gross salary, and from that this or ₹40,000, whichever is less, so 40,000 is less, so this amount is taken outside. We give the deduction of 40,000 out of here. So I deduct 40,000 and we get, this is the taxable salary, that is 40,300. Now mind it, had in this question been given any benefit of motor car or any gardener or any sweeper or anything like the water supply, gas supply, the one which were the perquisites of specified employee, just see, after giving deductions and the monetary payment, which are the monetary payment, these are the monetary payments, 1, 2, then entertainment allowance, then bonus, children education, lunch, all these are monetary. This is benefit, इसको exclude कर देना. So we exclude this. तो इसी सबको लेने के बावजूद it was 40,300. तो if we add only these part and then we deduct 40,000, तो वो किसी भी हालत में 50,000 से ऊपर नहीं होना था. तो this person is not a specified one. Had the facility of car or any gas or water supply been given, तो वो पूरी तरह से exempt होनी थी, because Mr. Z specified नहीं है. So I have made two things clear from this sort of illustration. So please try again. Take care. Thank you. And now we will proceed in the next tutorial to the next part of income tax. Thank you.